What makes relationships last?
Our relationship has had its ups and downs, but what we found is good communication holds everything together.
We decided to dedicate time every week to not only strengthen our relationship, but stimulate personal growth.
Strong relationships are built on strong communication.
Welcome to Date Night Conversations.
Hey guys, and welcome back to Date Night Conversations, where Greg and I ask each other 3 questions we have never asked each other before.
Yeah, so we've been together almost 9 years now, and we found that one of the most important things in our relationship is communication. We've actually set aside time each week to get to know each other even more.
So if you guys have already been watching, you can tell there's some pretty crazy questions in here that really make us think deep, like on a level we've never thought before.
Yeah.
So we're excited to share this with you because it's the first time we've ever asked each other this, and you guys get to see the responses. All right, guys, let's get right into the questions.
All right, you're up.
I'm up first?
You're up first.
Okay. I'm so excited. I love these questions. Well, I should say I love these type of questions. I don't even know what I'm going to get, but I just like the way they make me think. Let me know if you guys are feeling the same way. All right. This is simple. Life. All right. You ready, Greg?
I am ready.
All right. You guys ready? Aw, this is cute. What's the best gift you've ever received?
Okay, I'm taking this question as the best thing a person has actually gifted to you, coming from them. Is that said properly?
Yeah.
Versus, God gave me you, and it was so wonderful.
No, that's cheesy.
Yeah.
Don't worry, because everybody already knows.
That's hard. Like in life?
Yeah.
Does something come to your mind right away? Because nothing comes to my mind immediately as being the best gift I've ever received.
I got you those Bose headphones one year.
That's not the best gift I've ever received. That was awesome.
Oh, wow.
But here's what I think of the best gift, where you got this and you're like, oh my goodness, like this person really knows me. Like there's something that nobody else,
well,
like there's something
I have
about
something.
That.
Do you want me to go? Because I don't think you know what yours is.
I have no idea what mine is. Like the Bose headphones, those were awesome.
No,
I
get
totally
what you're
needed
saying.
those. And like I wasn't expecting that at all. Fantastic. What's the best gift you've ever received? So the perspective I look at this is, if somebody gave you something very meaningful in some way. You know what I'm saying? There's something about that, something unexpected, something that was very like, wow, and you totally appreciate that on a different level. I've been gifted lots of things where I'm like super appreciative, absolutely. But
I really don't know.
because I've got stuff from like, okay. One of the ones, and it's just something so simple, and it's only because this person had to know me to get this for me. I have no idea what the value of it is.
But Ian got you a
That's
drill.
what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
No, it's not the drill.
What was it?
The drill, again, it's something I could super useful, and I totally appreciate. That was fantastic.
Oh, what was it?
The UFO.
Oh, picture.
The Bob Lazar sketch of the UFO autographed.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
Because it's something like you really have to know me to get me something like that.
Yeah, I agree.
And so that stands up there.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Okay. So, what's the best gift you've ever received?
Honestly, I know right away the best gift I ever received in my entire life was the electric blanket you bought me.
Seriously?
Yes. It's my all-time favorite thing I've ever had.
Are you serious?
Materialistically in my entire life. It's so functional, it's so me, like my soul needs it, and you completed me in every way with that electric blanket. It's
I'm so happy I
amazing.
could do that for you.
Thank you so much. You're like the best.
Because I look at that, I look at the blanket as just functional. You like to be warm. This will help keep you warm. There you go.
No, it's just.
Is it the same thing? Like I would have to know you to be able to get you something like that and know how that would.
Yeah, I think so. Because me understanding that I need to be warm all the time is just really understanding me and appreciating me, because I cannot stand cold at all. And it's just like, you know it. And the blanket is so like comfortable and fuzzy and warm, and it just puts you in a good place. And there's not many things that can do that the way that does to me. Did that make sense?
Yes.
Did you guys get that?
You love your blanket.
It's just so, it's.
That blanket's already been seen in a couple videos.
Yeah. Guys, it's amazing, and that's all I have to say. Yes, there's other things in life that makes me feel great and wonderful, but I'm saying this, it doesn't matter where I am, who I'm with, where my headspace is at, that blanket is with me, and it is everything. It's everything to me, and that's all I have to say. That is the best gift I've ever received, is that blanket. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
You're seriously so awesome.
Okay, we're good?
We are so good. Okay, so guys, let us know what's your favorite gift you've ever received.
Yeah. I wonder if people are on the same page, like what they would think or how to respond to that question. Because I'm sure it's really different for everybody.
Yeah, oh for sure it will be. But it'd be so interesting to know, like mine's my blanket, yours is the UFO picture. What is yours, guys? We want to know. Let us know, comment below. All right, we're moving on. These questions are amazing. Like, I just love the way it makes me think. Are there people out there that's just like, no, don't ask me anything, I don't know anything type?
But these are questions like anybody can answer.
Yes, and that's what I like about it.
It just comes from experience, right?
Yeah.
And everybody has had different experiences. Everybody will have different answers to these questions.
Yeah.
All right. I don't want anything sad.
Oh.
Okay. Question number 2. Describe a time or moment in your life when you felt lonely or unloved. I know this one right away because I was just thinking about this on the Bell Let's Talk Day. When was that?
Like, was it like 2 days ago?
I feel like, yeah, it was very recent. And so when I watched that stuff, so dealing with mental health issues ultimately, right? Are you thinking about what yours was?
I'm thinking about a number of things, actually. I'm like,
oh my gosh. Okay, sorry. So yes, the other day was Bell Let's Talk Day, and on Facebook a lot of people are supporting that, and it makes me think of when I might have needed something like that and where I was during that time. So when I felt lonely, I was depressed, and yeah, so I would call that, this says lonely or unloved, but that describes exactly how I felt at that time. So this was after high school, and it was kind of this gap, and I had just broken up with my first serious relationship. And it was in being in that relationship that I ended up pushing friends away. I don't know if I saw it as pushing friends away at the time.
But you just want to be with that person.
My life was with that person.
Yeah.
I was always with that person. And in doing that, you know, your friends move on and they do their things, and you sort of fall out of touch.
Right.
So I broke up with that person and found myself like just really alone. Like everybody else was doing their thing, and I think my mom saw it. She would ask questions, like that was the first time she'd ever ask anything like, is everything okay? Because I know I would just like lie on the couch as a kid. So what I must have been like at 17, 18, somewhere around there. And I would just be lying on the couch with like no TV on or anything, just in the living room. And it's not like me, because I'm someone who would live outside. Like I'd always be doing something, I'd always be with friends. Yeah. So it was just that sort of time. It was like a little, I don't even know, I can't remember what progressed to get me out of that though. I just remember a brief period where that I would consider my loneliest.
Okay. So my turn. So I think a time where I felt lonely and unloved is when me and my best friend had a breakup. And it was what happened, the argument that caused the breakup. At the time, I'm like, wow, this person really doesn't love me. And the whole situation and circumstance made me feel really lonely. I think that's like...
How old were you?
I was around your age. I was around, like when...
You're around my age.
Your face. Your
You've never been my age.
That face is like spoke volumes. Really? Okay.
Around 18?
Yeah, around the age you felt you were lonely is what I was trying to say. But I was around 18 at the time, 17, 18. And yeah, got into an argument. And the argument wasn't being resolved as I thought it normally would be. And it went a totally different direction, and it hit me, and I'm like, what? And it crushed me. Yeah.
You got over it?
Oh yeah, you get older, you grow, you know,
Yeah.
you talk things out, and it's just like, it's history, but, you know, sometimes the feelings come back. Like, you just remembering things can bring that back. It's just the memory. But you move forward, and that's what I've done.
Okay, fair.
Yeah. All right, so moving on. Guys, let us know if you want a time where you felt really lonely in your life.
Or unloved.
Or unloved. All right, guys, so last question. Let's do this.
Oh man, what's it gonna be?
I know, right? Okay. Dreams.
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 Like these questions are triggering parts of my brain that haven't been tapped into. They're like closed doors in the back.
It's so true. All right, you guys ready? Because I'm ready. All right, let's see this. When did you lose your ability to dream like a child?
This is kind of interesting because this sort of falls into things I've been talking about here lately. I keep watching the kids and how creative they are, and watch their imaginations go, and watch when they play like the floor is lava or making their forts like Jasmine's done tonight actually.
Yeah.
And just watching them play, and you realize how important that is. And so when we started doing the content creating and our new project that we're working on, being creative like that stimulates a whole different part of you.
It does, yeah.
And I'm sure there was, how do I say that? What's the exact question? When did you lose your ability to dream like a child? So I know my imagination isn't where theirs is.
Mm-hmm.
It makes me smile because it brings me back. Because I remember when I'd be sitting in church and I would take a pen. I'm sitting in the church pew and I'm paying no attention to what's actually going on, and I would like make spaceships and stuff out of it, and like a kid
That's
playing.
so
So
cute.
when I watch the kids play, it brings me back to that time where I would put my mind somewhere else and my imagination would go. So when did I lose my ability to do that?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say it must have been around that age of like 11, 12. Maybe that's even late. I don't know. Because what happens is you dream on a different level. I think what happens is with life experience, you become more reality based, and you don't go off and imagine the way a child does.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think it's around that age that it became less fantasy. Does that make sense?
It does make sense. There comes an age where things aren't as fantasized, you know, and it comes to a more realistic approach. Like,
yeah, when you watch
you
how
understand life in a certain way.
when you watch how the kids play, it's very
Out there.
Out there. Yeah, like it's a great imagination. So watching things like Harry Potter, or what is it called? Like Lord of the Rings.
Oh, okay.
And all the things that the kids watch. And it's all so far from reality.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm. And they enjoy those things.
I love those. And I like encourage it. I totally appreciate what that does to keep a mind going and be creative.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was a long answer to the question. When did you lose your ability to dream like a child? I don't know that it's losing the ability to. I think it's a different type of growth.
Mm-hmm.
I think for most people, it's around the time you stop playing with toys that your toys become bikes.
The next thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then men like their cars
because
and trucks and stuff.
exactly, because right now when I'm driving my vehicle, I always think about the next vehicle I want to be in, and it's in my mind. But as a child, they're just thinking of their Barbie driving to the park, and they're gonna go have so much fun. It's the same type of dreaming, but on a smaller level, like on a childlike level, and then that grows. And I think that's exactly what you and I would have. That's what the vision board is for. That's what, like, all these things are in place because you're doing the exact same thing, but on an adult level, and it's more realistic because it's like you can obtain these things. Like, keep your focus there.
So when did you lose your ability to dream like a child?
I would agree with you. It's like when I stopped playing with toys, I wasn't fantasizing unrealistic things. Like, life made more sense to me by the time I was like getting to like puberty. Like I was like 12, 11, when you like typically stop playing with toys. That's it.
All right. Yeah. You dream on a different level.
I agree. You dream on a different level. All right, guys. So let us know what your answers would be to those questions. Comment down below.
Love to hear from you guys.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Bye.